Okay, question one. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Sylacauga, Alabama. It is spelled Sylacauga. Sylacauga is a small city. It's about 35 miles south of Birmingham, Alabama, and it's probably about 60 miles north of Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay, so Sylacauga, you said
Syla
L-A-C-A-U-G-A.
Mm-hmm.
Bam. Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Question two. What are your parents' names? How can you describe your parents?
My dad is Reverend William James Grimmett, and my mom is Eleanor Henderson Grimmett.
Okay, so
Now, how can I describe them? I didn't know my dad very well. I met him a couple of times. When I was in 7th grade, he came to my school. Well, right after I was born, he left, and he and my mom divorced, separated actually. Then he came to my school when I was in 7th grade for a visit. And then when I was a sophomore in college, I went to visit him to try to get to know him. He was living then in Camilla, Georgia, South Georgia. And I spent a week with him. I spent my spring break with him trying to get to know him then. My mother is a rock. Okay? I'm number 9 of 10 children, and she raised us all. And how can I describe her? I probably don't have enough words to describe her, okay? Except for February 13th, in a couple of days, she would have been 99 years old. She passed at the young age of 64 back in 1984.
okay, so you couldn't say how to describe her, but I know you said something like that she is a rock.
Mm-hmm. And that means I love her dearly.
Okay.
Okay. And you want to take notes now, or you want to take notes from your video?
You can take notes from the video. You can come
Okay.
back. So you just keep asking them the question.
Okay. What is your best memory from your childhood?
Oh, one of the best things that happened to me as a child was we were able to play, and I understand that you're a baseball player. I played Little League baseball, and the guy that ran the recreation department taught me how to line off the field, all of the dimensions of how far from the pitcher's mound to the catcher, how far the bases were. He also was my high school football coach. He also was my college football coach. This same guy had been with me since I was 9 years old. And that was a mentor that I just mentioned to you that my dad wasn't there. So this guy, this coach, he stepped in to be that father figure for me. So that's one of the best memories of my childhood.
Okay. On to question 4.
Mm-hmm.
What are some important accomplishments that you made in your life?
Well, number 1, I'm a granddad, and you're my grandson. How about that? Isn't that a big one?
Yes.
Okay, I think you'll agree with that one. I was able to do some things academically and in sports. In sports, I was able to get a scholarship to Tuskegee University to be a quarterback. So I played football there. But beyond that, academically, through my classes, I got a Bachelor of Science degree in physical education. I've got a master's degree in special education, working with emotionally disturbed adolescents, meaning young people. And then I've got a specialist degree, an educational specialist degree in curriculum and administration. So that let me become a principal. So those are just a few of the things that I was able to accomplish and that I'm proud of.
Okay. On to question number 5. What is a challenge you face in your life? How did you overcome it?
Believe it or not, as a child, about your age and about Roland's age, I would cry a lot. If I would strike out, I would cry. If they threw me out trying to steal a base, I would cry. And people was always saying, "Well, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?" They didn't understand that I was just that competitive, that I didn't want to take no for an answer. Okay, so what I had to do is just keep working, so that no matter what happened, I was going to give the best that I could give. And my friends will tell you that whenever they competed against me, they knew it wasn't going to be any candy. They knew I was going to give them everything I had. So that's the one thing that I had to overcome.
Okay. On to question number 6. Who were some people who made a great impact in your life? Why were these people important to you?
And you heard me mention earlier, the gentleman that worked with me since I was 9 years old. Well, his name is Coach Haywood Sism. Coach Sism was, and he did it for not just me, all of the guys, because I grew up in the projects. Okay, we were all poor, and he would take us in. The reason I ended up at Tuskegee University, because he would take us down there in his car when we were young. Take us to homecoming. It sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes. He would take us to homecoming. He would take us to the Tuskegee Alabama State game. And you know how much we had to pay? Nothing. I mean, because he knew we didn't have any money. So that kind of love from the people in your community that take that interest in you, that's what happened to me. My high school principal was another one, Robert E. Lawson. When I became a principal, I tried to be like Mr. Lawson. When I became a coach, I tried to be like Coach Sism. So there are a number of people. Of course, I got my brothers and sisters. My oldest brother, Bill, who went to the Army when he was 17. At the young age of 17, he went into the Army so that he can send money back to the family, because I told you my dad left when I was born, right? So mom was just working as what's called a domestic. You know what that is? That's somebody that comes and clean your house.
So the ladies who came today?
Yeah, okay. So that's what she did for a living, but she wasn't making the kind of money that the people today make. She was making $3 a day. $3 a day. So, and we didn't have a car. So she would walk from her workplace all the way back to the project, but she'd stop and buy groceries that she had to carry, or get a taxi to get it home so that she can cook dinner for us by the time we got out of football practice.
Okay, now I think this is the last question. Question number 7. What is an important lesson that you can pass on to me from your life?
I did a speech years ago for graduation, and I quoted Winston Churchill. And you'll learn about who Winston Churchill is as you get older. But this is what he said. He spoke to the military academy, the West Point, United States Air Force Academy, and one of those. You remember those? And this is what he said: never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever quit. And that was his speech. Now, that speech rings volumes to me. I think that is so important, that no matter what you start, whether I like it or not, if I start it, I got to finish. Yeah? If I'm, so the point that I would say to you and to all people, and I told you I've made this speech before, never, ever quit.
Okay. Now, I just wanted to come to the family tree right here. And I would try to ask, like, I know my mom and dad, Roland and Sojourner, their names. Now, I just need help saying, like, I know your mother, so say if this is Grammy and this is you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's my dad.
Yeah.
And now this is your mother and that's her mother.
Mm-hmm.
That's like what she is married to.
Mm-hmm.
What she is married to. So I can already say like your name is
Is what?
Edwin?
It is Edwin J. Yeah, Edwin J. Grimmett.
Okay. So I'll just put J.
Okay, that's fine. Because if you say Edwin, I think you work for the Internal Revenue Service.
Okay. And Grammy's name is Ernestine.
It is, and it's spelled E-R-N.
You gotta write smaller, Josh. It's not gonna fit in the box.
Okay.
R-N-E-S.
N-E-S.
T-I-N-E.
T-I-N-E. Oh, that's right. Okay. Now, my bad. Now, your mother's name.
My mother's name is Elnora. E-L-N.
E-L-N.
O-R-A.
O-R-A. Oh, so we have your wife, Ernestine, and you, Jay, and your mom. Now, if we go right here, what is Grammy's name? Grammy's mother.
Her name is Hattie. H-A-T-T-I-E.
Okay.
H-A-T-T-I-E.
I-E. Okay.
Now, but she's not gonna be a Grimmett, is she?
She's gonna be like a Sims.
Sims Buchanan. She's maiden name is Sims, but Buchanan.
Okay, so I'm gonna say G right here.
Okay, gotcha. I see.
And
B.
B.
Good.
And so now her Elnora Grimmett's husband and Hattie Buchanan's husband. What is their name?
Elnora's name is William James.
So Williams.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess he's a Grimmett.
Yeah. He's my dad.
Okay, so G and says that's so B right here.
And the first name is Ted. T-E-D.
T-E-D. Okay, now I'm gonna go on to my mom so she can say this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good.
I'm gonna put my dad's name. R-O-L-A-N-D.
Okay. Let's make sure we got his name is William, not Williams.
Okay.
W-I-L-L-I-A-M.
W-I-L-L.
I.
Okay.
Yes, you can just put that
I-A-M. A-M. William.
Okay. All right.
So I think that is it.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you for letting me do this project with you.
My pleasure.